This is another experiment class, which is experiment all this required curriculum, right? This is the last experiment. So let me add the file where I will write the experiment number 10. But before begin, first let me explore what is the experiment number 10. So you can observe in your syllabus it is given experiment number 10. It is nothing but develop a program that uses class student. Means you have to create a class which is named student, which prompts the user to enter the marks in three subjects and calculate the total marks, percentage, and display the scorecard detail. Basically, to develop this program, you have to use the list to store the marks in the three subjects and the total marks. And you have to use the end method, means initialize name and all, USN, and the list to store the marks and total. You use get marks method to read the marks into the list, and display method you have to use to display the scorecard details. So constraint is given, based on the constraint only we have to perform the experiment. So basically it is a class you have to create, group based program it is. One class you have to take, under that multiple methods you have to organize in such a way so that you can perform the basically the program related to student scorecard. Okay, so let me take you back on the program VS Code where I will write the entire solution. And I will explain what does this mean or please focus. It requires some of your knowledge related to previous topic whichever you have done, you know. Without that, you can't perform it. Like you should be very strong in the Python basics. Then only you will solve this. So what I will do first, I will create the class. Okay, as it is stating, I have to create the class related to student. Okay, that means use of so first I will create the class name of the student. Then I will create the constructor. Okay, how to create the constructor? You have to use the def c here since it is a function and double underscore. Then init, this is the method. Okay, this underscore. Then you have to take one current object on the self and the parameters for which you want, and it is given like name, USN, these parameters you are passing, because later on you will be able to get the value with respect to the parameter to the argument. So now I will initialize the student details. So how to initialize the student detail with the current object, self dot name equals to name. Okay, similarly we have a self dot USN equals to USN. This is how you will initialize the right. After that, you have to create the one empty list inside the init method. Okay, so that we can later on store the value marks. Okay, so how to slice self dot self dot box self dot box and slice it as empty list. Okay, later it will accept the value. Then we slice the total. Beginning it is zero only, but after calculation it will come. Okay, further to this code. After that, self dot percentage. Okay, this is given in your actually condition. Okay, percentage, and this is also 0.0. Okay, now you read the program, we will come to the tail of your program that uses the class student, which prompts the user to enter the marks in the three subjects and calculate the total marks. The total marks you will calculate. Okay, percentage will calculate and display the scorecard detail. You have to use the list to store the marks of the subject and the total marks. So I have taken list. Okay, I have to use any method. So any method I have taken, and rest of his name and USN, which we are initializing with the help of any. So the same thing I have performed. Okay, and other details. Okay, so this is how you can create the constructor in the class. After that, I need to write the method to read the marks. Okay, so come out from the init. Now create the one more method under get marks. It is given get marks method which you have to use. You see here get marks method. So I will use the get marks method. And one, you know, without current object you can't apply class build program. So now first let me write some message. Okay, message like enter marks for enter marks for two subjects. Okay, this is the method which I have written. Now, I need three subjects marks, and every time I need to calculate those things, better to go with the loop to print the for I in range 3. Since I want three subjects from 0, 1, 2, so till 3. Fine. Column from out. Okay. Then take marks one by one from the user. So let's say I is one of variable which is you will take from the user input, okay, one by one of all three subjects. And after that, I will write the subject and message in this party. And it will increment further another subject until the loop condition is true. For three subjects it will take. Okay, this is how you can take the marks from the read the marks from the user. Okay, after this, just initialize it. So store the marks in the list. So this is until this you have taken it, there it will send the marks. Send that marks, send that marks dot append. This will add the value. Okay, and just pass the okay whatever marks are there. So this line will send the data inside the empty list. Okay, fine. I hope till here there is no problem. Since we are doing this concept, so you are well aware of this. Come out from this method. Now you will create the one more method to calculate the total and percentage. So say what they have given for total and percentage calculation. Okay. Let's say calculate method and take one self parent object here calculate the total. So how you can calculate the total? Self dot total. We have declared already self dot total is 0. Now I need to give the formula. So let's say sum. Sum is the input function to calculate the sum of the marks. So pass the just self dot marks. Whatever marks will be there, that will get calculate total. Okay. Now calculate the percentage. How to calculate the percentage? Self dot beginning only have declared these 0, so that here if you are calculating, this will add the value in the 0. Okay, percentage, and then here you have to apply the formula, simple formula. So how self dot total, self dot total divide by, since let's say it's a 300 100 marks of each, so 300 of marks paper, and since you want to calculate the percentage, multiply by 100. Okay, this will be formula. Now last method we have to use display method. So let's out come out from the that method and create one more method called as display. Okay, this is all user defined method, and again you have to take the self one of the object, because in the class you have to go through everything through the sum of now. I want to display. So there is a formatting you can observe in the lab manual. The same formatting I am applying. For that only I am just giving the disprint. Let's say some designing. Okay. And card. Okay. Then something marks having a single, it is well organized in the structure the same way. Now take from the user. Say string I will take here. String I will take here. Name. And take some space. And just take the self dot name, which is declared in the constructor. Okay. Okay, fine. So I don't think that any problem is this. Similarly, you have to take string, string, and this time you ask the user input for the USM. Okay. So again, I will write here USM and let's say this case and then take the user input self dot USM. Okay, whichever you have taken. I hope you got the idea. Okay, to display the name and USM, then display the subject marks. Okay. And since you want to display the subject marks, so what you all have to do, better you run one by one. So you go with the loop and which will iterate for each marks and whatever marks you have taken. Okay, in in you use your enumerate. Okay. I will let you know what is the meaning of it. Like in the C language of the student, the same enumeration I will do. Though it's like a next topic in the our fifth module, but I will explain in the further class. But time being, you consider it. Okay, and start from one. Okay, start from one. After this, come inside the loop and one by one, uh, just take formatting string and just ask for the subject name. Okay, subject. Okay, and then subject one, subject two, subject three, like that. Right? Then take the marks. Okay, this is how one by one all the three marks will come until the loop condition is true. And you know the loop will run till 3 on 0, 1, 2. Okay, now Now, what you have to do, take total mass and total percentage here. So print and here take total mass. Okay, and if I'm asking for total mass, then I should take it through. Let's say self self dot total. Okay, self dot total self dot total self dot total and divide by 3. Okay, this will be the marks. Something is missing. Okay, near is okay. So close this up then. Then and please small case otherwise it will fail. Okay. Similarly, print for the percentage. Okay. Take a string, then you write here percentage. Okay. And you are calculating the percentage and displaying it, right? So now self dot percentage. Okay. Self dot percentage. And let's say I want till 2 decimal. Okay, so 2 and then a symbol you want to display. Now I will give the condition for the grade calculation. Okay, grade calculation. So I need to give the calculation for the grade calculation. So this is how I will let you know how to calculate the grade. So if this program we have done actually self dot percentage self dot percentage is greater than or equal to 75%. Okay. So what you have to write there, you say the grade is the distinction. Okay. So just you write the distinction. Fine. After that, similarly, I will give the condition if no. Now better take the elif. Okay. For the nested condition. Elif self dot percentage if it is greater than or equal to 60. So you say grade equals to first class. It's a normal, okay, first class. Then again, elif, then self dot percentage, and if your mass is greater than 50, okay, if mass is greater than 50, then what would be the grade? Second division. You know, these are basic conditions. Second class or division, whatever you want to write. Then elif, okay, elif self dot Then dot percentage this time is greater or equal to 40. So what you will give? Grade equals to uh, let's say pass. Okay, just pass. Right? So here I don't think that any problem is there. Now, else, if your marks is below like 40, then you are failing. So you write the grade fail. Okay. Now in this way, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 5 conditions we have given, and we have to write the 5 outputs. Now I will display the grades. So how to display the grade? To display the grade, write the print. Okay, give some formatting, and to give the formatting, just give the formatting. After that, after that, just do one thing. Here only, write this condition. Print grade, then take the grade. Okay, whatever grade will be there, that will come here. This is very basic logic I have written. Now, after this, we will. This is about till now class creation, different methods and their conditions we have written. Now we will write the main program. Okay, we will write the main program. Okay, so see how to write the main program. So to write the main program, take name from the user only. So let's say give any message like enter the name. Okay, similarly take the USL from the user only. Okay, and these are the arguments you will pass in the declared parameters based on the declared parameters while declaring the methods. Okay, input and just right here enter the USL. Then here return. Okay, now after that create the object. Let's say object is yes, and how to create the objects? What is the class name? Student. So calling the student. Okay, students and student. And how many parameters we have taken? Two. So we have to pass the two arguments, and the arguments are name and the USL. You can observe here these two parameters. Okay. After that, just call the methods. How many methods are there? See, get marks, calculate, display. Three methods are there. So all three methods we will call with the help of this uh, object. Okay, let's start get marks. Sorry, what are the methods order? Get marks, calculate, and display. So this is calculate. Okay, calculate. So just call the methods as a display. Fine. So we are done. We are done with the program. So what we have done, we have created one class named student. Then we created one constructor and method, and we have taken two parameters, name and USL. Okay, one second. One second. So now you can observe here, we have created class name is the student. Then we have created a constructor method in it, and we have taken two parameters name and USL, and we have just initialized the all the variables. You can say, okay. After that, as it is listed here, get marks, and get marks, and the calculation of the marks, everything. See, you are writing the methods with respect to these things. If I take the marks, so till here you have just created class and methods. Okay. After that, the since you have passed the two parameters, so you need to argument while calling the method. So you are creating the. This is what the creation of an object, instantiation, which you are doing. So student name and USM. Okay. So this we have done. After that, we are calling the method with the help of a object only, right? So this is the entire program, and this is the program external number program. So basically, what you all have to pair here, line by line, I'm just telling. Just listen very carefully. Define the class, define the methods. Okay, on these four methods. After that, self name. Self name is what? Store the student names. Self USN storing the USN. Uh, self dot marks empty list used to store the marks. Okay. Self dot total and self dot percentage, which is you have taken variable, but later on you are calculating the things. Okay. So that will automatically get calculate and store there. After that, get marks. Get marks basically to read the marks from the user. Append basically to add the marks into the list one by one. Okay. And after that, some function I have used, so it will calculate the total marks. Display a method basically to print the scorecard. And the condition if else and if this you are aware about, so I'm not going to explain. One more, what is enumeration? So enumeration is to display the subject number with marks. Okay, it's a kind of a special method which is used to written the enumerate object. Okay, enumerate object basically contain the count from the start, and that many time your condition is true, it will automatically store the value. And now time to run the program. So if everything is fine, you hopefully you will get the output. So yeah, it is asking for the name. Let's say name is Vinay. Lesson is 1LC 22 CS001, and I enter the marks. Let's say 99, 98, 87. These three marks. So you can observe here my marks getting calculated. So yeah, scorecard is based on that. All the details are coming. Fine. So all the details are coming and I got the description. Similarly, suppose I have a scorecard for the first class. So again I need to run it. Again I need to take the name, for example, Rahul 54 002 class, let's say. See here. Okay. Second condition we have proved. Now second class. For second class, again you run. Third class, again you run. Second class, then pass, then fail. All these high output you take and write in your notebook. Okay. So this is about a 10 number experiment. So basically the concept of encapsulation we have been used here. Encapsulation means combining the data and method into the single unit file descriptor. And so many other things I have like instance variable class variable, what is self, what is the differences, everything will be clear. Okay. So this program is right. If any other modification you wanted to apply, you may apply. This is just for your reference purpose. Follow the lab manual to write the program properly, follow the instructions, whatever you used there, and write neat lab record. This is how we are completing our practical part. Okay, lab content. Now it is up to you to practice all the 10 programs. You can, understanding and performing in your examinations. Okay. Okay. I'm just closing the video. Please utilize these things and perform well. Okay. Thank you.